We're going to talk about question number 4 on your quiz review. First thing you need to know, right here, they're giving you the domain. They're giving you the x values. We need to figure out the range, which are the y values. So all of these right here are x. We're going to take them one by one, plug them into the equation, and solve for y. So let's start with the first one. The first one is -2. So I'm going to take this -2 right here, plug it in for x, and then we're going to solve for that y. So I'm going to get 2 times -2 minus 6y equals 12. Positive 2 times -2 is -4. Well, you always got to watch those negative signs. From here, I'm trying to get y by itself. Remember, I can't take care of multiplication or division yet because I still have this other term on the same side. Because that term is -4, we're going to add 4 to each side. -4 plus 4 is 0. One thing to be careful of when you recopy this, right there, that is a -6y. So make sure you carry that negative down. -6y equals 16. Think about what operation is going on right here. This is -6 times y. So we're going to undo multiplication with division. Divide both sides by -6. And you can leave it as a fraction if you reduce. So 16 and -6, both of those are divisible by 2. So I could leave this as -8/3. Or you could divide that out and get the decimal. Either way is okay. That was the first part. We just plugged in -2, and we found out y is -8/3. We're not done, though. We have 3 more values we have to plug in. So now we're going to go on to the second value. This time we're going to plug in 0 for x. So 2 times 0 minus 6y equals 12. 2 times 0 is 0. We don't actually have to worry about that. Be careful when you're dropping this down that 6 is negative. So we get -6y equals 12. Remember, we need to undo multiplication, so we're going to divide both sides by -6. So we'll get y equals -2. Now we're plugging in the third point, so we're going to get 2 times 5.3 minus 6y equals 12. 2 times 5.3 is 10.6. And we still have that minus 6y equals 12. This is positive 10.6, so we're going to subtract 10.6 from each side. Remember, keep that 6y negative. Right here we have a positive number and a negative number, so subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. In this case, we'll get positive 1.4. And then divide both sides by -6. Never leave a decimal in a fraction. So we can't leave it like this because we can't leave a decimal in that fraction. So in this case, you should divide it out. And you'll get -0.233. And then you have one more x value to plug in. Now we're going to plug in 10. So 2 times 10 minus 6y equals 12. Same process we've been doing. We're going to multiply first to get 20. Now we need to subtract 20 from each side. Make sure you bring down that negative with the 6y. Right here, we again have one positive number and one negative number. So we're going to think about subtracting these two, and it's easier to think 20 minus 12. We get 8. Since the bigger number is negative, we're going to get -8. And then again, we need to divide both sides by -6. This time you have a negative divided by a negative, so you'll end up with a positive answer. and we can reduce that. Both of those are divisible by 2, so we should get positive 4 over 3. And then for your final answer, we got to take all those y values, put them in brackets, and write them next to each other. So we had negative 8/3, negative 2, negative 0.233, and then 4/3. And then you're done.